What is the topic of today's video? Ten of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So this is making me think about something financial, something earth-related, elementally, to family, job, home, finances. This is a very happy card. Great life, success, but reversed here. Okay, so this is our topic then, I suppose, is something about life turned upside down. This is kind of a big picture card for me, even though it's minor arcana, because it's dealing with just so much of what is foundational to our happiness, our family, our home, our success, our finances, wealth, riches, money. Also, this could tie in with health and good health. But the fact that it's reversed, so this seems to be kind of a warning about these things. So we're getting a warning about this. And so now that we know the topic, and what we're looking at, watching out for, let's do a past, present, and future. So what is it from our past that could perhaps lead to this? What is it in our present that we need to be perhaps watching out for or working on? And for the future, what is it we need to do to flip this card over and have a better future, a more positive one? Because I don't take this as fortune necessarily. I take this more as guidance, wisdom, even warning. So getting this inverted or reversed does not mean something bad will happen. I take it more as a warning. And a lot of times that's better because we don't want to be overly confident. We don't want to have a false sense of security. So at least when you get a card like this, you know to be ready for, well, Murphy's Law, things that can and do potentially go wrong. We want to be ready to be prepared for them and to fix them. So in any case, so what is it from our past that could possibly lead from this that we should be aware of? The moon reversed. Okay, well, so the moon is a card, it's very intuitive, it's a major arcana. The moon is receptive and intuitive. It is the opposite of the sun, which is more assertive and direct and a card of action. But this is more a card of receptivity. Now it's reversed, it's saying that we're neglecting our intuitive mind, which means we're going to be potentially missing out on a lot of creative breakthroughs and opportunities, because a lot of the things that come through that give us success come through intuitively. And it seems like this is something we have been neglecting in the past, or we've had some issue with. But I'd say the wisdom here is we want to turn this up. We want to become more in touch with our intuitive mind again. So I'd say getting back into meditation, paying attention to dreams. If you're doing energy work or chakra work, opening up the chakras and aligning them, and then allowing that intuitive energy to come through, which will happen naturally and automatically. I do a lot of energy work, and essentially, whatever it is you're trying to develop or build or increase in power can be done simply through increasing energy. And so that's how intuitive energy works. So that's the wisdom I take from the past. And what's happening now The World reversed. Okay. Lately, I've been having so many reversed cards, and despite how much I shuffle them and try and mix them up. Okay, well, the World is a card of unity and harmony and balance, and we have all of the 4 elements here in perfect balance around the Ouroboros, infinity and power, with the hermaphrodite in the center, meaning the unity of opposites and gender and perfection. And she is upside down, so there's some kind of imbalance or disharmony happening right now. And already, like I mentioned, we don't have to overthink this. Sometimes if you want to go faster, you need to slow down. I think that's the expression. To go faster, slow down? Yeah. If we're trying to be too active and too forceful, that can actually make you go slower when you're trying to force these things. So I would go back to this card and try to get back in touch with that intuition, and then just let that guide us. And through working on our energy, aligning our chakras, building up our energy, accumulating energy, building it up, aligning it, and assimilating it, let it happen naturally, that your cognitive abilities and faculties come back online, your creativity comes through naturally and automatically. And then when you attain that state of enlightenment, illumination, rest, rejuvenation, healing, calm, and peace, you'll have a moment of clarity, and then you'll see what it is really you need to do. Okay, and then as we move into the future, is this going to be reversed? No. Okay, great. 4 of Wands. Okay, so we will rekindle that passion, and in a very stable and balanced way, because that's great coming from this, right? Because these are very similar. This is a card of balance and stability in your life and with friendships and family and things like that. And this is a warning that that's all going to be turned on its head. But I think if you follow this, we can get this card reversed. So I think overall, if I had to give one lesson based on this reading, it's that we must not neglect our intuitive mind, that feminine energy, right? We have both masculine and feminine aspects, right? I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about energy here, and archetypal energy. And the moon and intuition is all about that feminine energy. And a lot of times this gets neglected. And it really shouldn't. It is very powerful. And it's about letting go and being receptive. And sometimes when you feel like you're falling behind, or you're losing, or you need to catch up, you take on too much of that sun energy. You become too forceful. Whereas sometimes you just need to let go. I think if the Hangman had come up in this spread, that would have made a lot of sense, you know, saying just to step back, take a break, try to find a new perspective. But you'll have that when you reverse this and embrace that intuition once again, which is going to open your mind and bring in clarity naturally and automatically, which will reverse this, and then that's going to lead to this. And then we have heeded the warning, and we can reverse that as well. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I am Dr. Murphy with Proto Sophia. See you in the next video.